I'm back. I said I wasn't going to be back, but I figured that I should give an update because I've calmed down somewhat, and I think that everyone's overreacting. As you can see, everyone went apeshit at first when JonTron said he was leaving Game Grumps, and that we had a new host, or new co-host. And then there was a new show announced shortly after I had my last video, and it's called Steam Train, if you haven't noticed. Personally, I thought this was a terrible idea. Not having a second show, not who they had picked out, but the timing. I feel personally they should have had the video announced beforehand that John was going to be leaving, and they should have still had John videos, like the pre-recorded videos with John in there. And I understand that I understand a few different things. I heard that JonTron will be moving out to New York with his girlfriend, which, if that's true or not, is only up to John, I guess. But that's what I understand. So I say that's fair enough. You can't just stay in the same area forever, especially if he has to move. He has to go move. Danny isn't a bad choice. He's not funny. He's good at games. From what we see, he could be really crappy at other games. He said he's only good at 4 games, so I'm gonna hold that out to him, or 5. I think that Steam Train was a bad idea, but not the show. John should have announced his "I'm going to be leaving." They should have had like a week of him still, but during that week they should have also Steam Train should have been announced first. They should have had him running both side to side. Game Grumps, 2 episodes here, 1 Steam Train, for like a week straight, and then JonTron's like, "Oh, I gotta go," and then still have JonTron episodes with Egoraptor. See how that goes, and as well as running Steam Train. So once they run out of John episodes, or at least they can switch off back and forth, but maybe they'll do that. It's still too early to say, but the completely switching it over, not giving any warning, and then uploading only non-John episodes so far. Bad idea. Worst idea is introducing Danny right away and then not forcing us, but displaying what he's going to be like. Okay, I get that. Then announcing a new show that's run by Danny, and I think that's just a little bit too soon. I think they should have waited, or not waited. They should have done it beforehand, so we didn't have to go through this. You know, maybe people would have liked Steam Train if we still would have had Ego and John running Game Grumps for a while, and that way we kind of get used to Danny, and so he opens up a bit, so we know what he's like when we watch Game Grumps. I feel that we're just overreacting horribly. Yeah, Danny's a little rough around the edge sometimes, and Ego's acting a little different, but if you look at the early episodes of Game Grumps, even though they are classics, I feel that they act completely different than how they have for the past months, because they kind of got used to each other, kind of like a married couple has, and they'll have fights and they'll act certain ways around each other that they didn't used to. And yeah, I think we should just calm down. It's not a big deal. There's only one thing that's a really huge issue, I think. 2 things, actually. People overreacting. Yes, John's making new JonTron episodes. JonTron is a very funny. The JonTron show is a really funny show, and if you haven't watched it, you should watch it right there. But I feel that we gotta calm down. And the other issue is people freaking out so bad, or probably some of the people that said, "Why aren't you making your old show anymore?" It's kind of like the people that kept harassing about, "We need more JonTron, stop the Grumps," and there's a little bit of that harassment too, so he probably felt, I can probably leave. I'm getting bothered every day a ton by everyone, so can't please everybody. I kind of look at it like James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd. He had his show where he'd do like a monthly episode, which was awesome. And then he started shooting his movie, and a lot of people at first were excited for the movie, but he said it's going to be a really long time since it's out, so a lot of people were upset, and he pretty much stopped his nerd episodes. He still made a couple here and there, but there's like many months between each of them. So if you're a fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd, you may understand. I've kind of been through this before. So if he continues making videos and John's gonna keep making videos, it's gonna be alright, and no one's gonna be Mike Matei. No offense to Mike Matei. You know, I kind of like you. I don't think you're that bad, but a lot of people are just really strict against you, and I don't really get it. But I don't know. Overall, I'd say we just need to calm down. John's gonna be making content. Aaron's gonna make content eventually. Game Grumps is gonna continue, and we'll have to move on. I think everyone should just get out of their grump phase and get back into their grump phase. Goodbye.